this goes back to the whole everyone wanting someone to apologize more than the actual, everyone just wants an apology. And what are you talking about? Everyone knew he's on steroids.
Yeah, it's the same.
Just look at the bloke. It is Morokaii with 2 eyes. We're back on every single Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, 7 a.m. on Spotify and 4:30 p.m. on YouTube. Now, if anyone's heard of Liver King, he is one of the biggest influencers that has come up out of nowhere. He's massive, and I mean that in a physical form as well. He has, honestly, he's huge.
Yeah, the dude's so jacked.
He's so jacked, and his abs.
Made of steel, like genuinely made of steel.
I thought they were implants. They were too over the top. You would have seen him online just eating raw meat, saying liver is king. He wants to be primal. That's his whole thing. He wants to go back. He wants everyone in the world to go back to their primal instincts and think they'll be happier, fitter, more healthier. And he's promoting that. But he's also got his own line of supplements behind it. Yeah.
Yes.
So he does have a financial gain by pumping that out. I think it's called primal something, right?
Oh, yeah.
So that's his goal. Anyway, he's been exposed recently for not being natural.
And
not being natty. And the emails came out. This is what we're talking about the other episode, how everything's in writing these days. Like his old emails got leaked. With his bodybuilding coach, and in that he explains that he was either on steroids or PEDs, whatever it was. Plain and simple, he's not natural.
Yeah.
And he had it in writing, so it's there.
It's there for everyone. And it's caused quite the controversy,
which I don't get.
Yeah, either do I. I'm going to be completely honest.
This goes back to the whole everyone wanting someone to apologize more than the actual. Everyone just wants an apology and. What are you talking about? Everyone knew he was on steroids.
Yeah, it's the same.
Just look at the bloke.
Dude, that's the same thing. It blows my mind. It seriously blows my mind when people think like The Rock. Like even, this is going to cause so much controversy, but Arnold Schwarzenegger and all that, like just anyone in WWE.
Yeah.
Like they're all on John Cena. You cannot physically get to that size being like it is and not maintain it is not fucking possible.
There is something in your juice.
Like
okay,
I'm sorry, like it doesn't just happen like that.
There's a reason why Paulo Costa in the UFC is tested constantly. The guy looks like he's on steroids. Now, I don't think he's been popped just yet. I'm not too sure.
But it's almost like a matter of time.
Well, it's either that or he's 1 in a million.
Because like it just gets to a point where physically, like, you are at the biggest you can humanly possibly be natural. Like you can only get to such a certain height before you have to start taking other bits and bobs.
And how many bodybuilders do you see when they it's like the girl post when they have no makeup and they're like, look at me natural, like I'm exposed. It's like when guys take photos like in bad lighting.
Yeah.
And then in good lighting at the gym. And it's like, look, I'm natural too. So with some of those guys, even in bad lighting, they look fucking fantastic. You can't look that good without being on something. There's something in your protein shake, in your berries. But it just goes back to the point that this guy, it doesn't matter if you know him or not. From looking at him, clearly on steroids.
You'd straight away think that thought.
And he's been on steroids, doing all the podcasts, promoting his brand, promoting Primal, and going everywhere for it. And now because there's actual proof, everyone's kicking up the storm and saying, oh, he's exposed, like, oh, it's leaked, he's getting cancelled. What do you mean?
Yeah, why would you even go to the point of getting him cancelled though? Like, it achieves nothing.
I think the point that I can understand is that this entire time he's promoting Primal Instinct and...
Well, yeah, it's a bit of a facade.
Well, yeah, he's saying that, if you... they might not say it, but they're saying it. They're saying, if you take my supplements, you'll look like me. Everyone's doing it. And when they get caught and they're like, oh, it doesn't work, it's like, no, well, that's not my problem.
Yeah, more or less, it's not. Like, clearly you're not eating the right thing.
Yeah, none of them...
You're not living primal.
Yeah, none of them ever actually say if you do this, you'll look better or you will get healthier.
It's the same though if you're ever like on a weight loss journey and you're always scrolling through like whether it's supplements, whether it's BCAAs, protein powder, there's always some lucky, happy, magical pill. It's a weight loss pill. And there's always, if you buy it now, it's only $30, blah, 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 blah. People obviously see it. Sweet, that's quick, convenient. I'm going to lose weight by just taking this pill. You're not going to lose weight by doing nothing. Yeah. If all you do is sit at home and eat, no exercise, it doesn't matter how much shit you're taking, you're not losing weight. Unless you're severely ill, you were not dropping kilos.
Yeah, when I worked in the supermarket, I had people come through and we had very cheap weight loss shakes, like the little packets.
Yeah, yep.
And I see people come in all the time and just put like 30 in their trolley. And I'd look at them and they'd be overweight. You could tell they don't do much. You just wasted your money.
Yeah.
You've actually just wasted your money. It's the same if you're I have a problem with this. There's been times I bought protein and pre-workout, and if I'm not using it at the right time, then I've wasted my money. If I'm just taking a protein shake at just, 10 a.m. on a Sunday and I'm not doing anything, I'm not optimizing it.
I'll throw my hand up.
Yeah.
I do the exact same. I've got creatine at home at the moment. You're meant to do a cycle with that. And like, I'll like have it, miss, and then it's like, oh, what was the fucking point? Like,
yeah.
Like, it's just dumb.
And
like,
with I guess weight loss and all these diets, mate, they all work. You just need to fucking stick to them for longer than 3 months.
Exactly.
No one sticks to them for longer than 2 weeks, but they all work. They're all pretty simple. If you, I saw this the other day. Someone was mentioning like, if you're overweight, and I get it is hard to like get the mindset to do this, but it's pretty simple. Just eat vegetables, fruit, and meat, but don't add any sugar to it. Don't fuck around with it. Only drink water. And then if you don't know how to work out, you don't have to do everyone knows how to do a push-up and a sit-up.
Push-up, even just
a squat. And just do 10,000 of them a day.
Like if you seriously have never done like any like exercise properly, if you can know your diet, like the diet is the number one source into losing weight. The exercise, the exercise is actually the easiest thing you could do. Because you seriously cannot tell me that you can't go for at least a 5-minute walk.
Yeah, it's the mental side.
Even just outside skipping rope for 2 minutes, just 2 minutes.
Yeah, it's the mental side. It is 100% the mental side, trying to get into it, I guess, and try to actually make yourself feel like you want to do it. That's everyone's biggest problem. That's my biggest problem too. But again, if I went tomorrow and somehow I could change my mindset and just eat those 3 food types, and every day I'm just trying to do as much push-ups, squats, and sit-ups as I can, in 30 days I'll be completely different.
Oh, shit, yeah. Well, that's even like when you were doing it serious. When we used to be going to gym together all the time, man, and you would like always have your meals and all that. Like you were like on it, and like I don't know whether you could say it, but I would say, yeah, probably the best physical shape. Like mindset was strong, but at the same time it was the same meal for like months, or like you might be like, oh, I've changed up today. I've added some spices to the chicken and all that this week. Or like, yeah, I've thrown in these veggies instead and all that. But at the same time, it does get to a stage and a point where it's like, wait, fuck, I'm pretty over like roast chicken now.
Yeah, meal prep was one of the hardest things for me because I want to start it tomorrow again, actually. Like I've been out of it for too long, and sometimes when I'm in it, like there'll be times when I'm doing it and I'm like, what's the point? You've just wasted so much money. But when I'm out of it, I definitely notice a difference. If I was ever rich, I 100% would just buy. There's some places that, you know how you got your Foods and you've got your
Hello Fresh.
Yep. Oh no, what's the other one? Like G something? No, it's
Oh, so you're talking about those meals that you can buy
the meal prep ones.
They're like $11, whatever they are.
Yep.
Yeah. Then there's like the ones that we used to buy, the frozen one.
Yeah.
As well.
Like the
Health Core Foods or something like that. Yeah.
Anyway, those aren't. They don't taste that great, especially if you're repeating them constantly, right? And they're very expensive. But if I was rich, there's some places that honestly cater to rich people doing their food for them.
Yeah.
But they're healthy foods. I know there's a couple in New South Wales that I listen to a couple of podcasts where the guys on there, that's all they have. So they'll bulk buy for like 2 weeks, and their meals that are set up and prepared for them are like, crispy barramundi on like,
very nice.
Rice with all this really nice stuff, blueberry healthy pancakes, like all this stuff where I'm like, all I had to do was chuck it in the microwave.
Yeah, just quickly
Mate,
zap
I would
it.
be living, like, no prepare at all. So that would be my dream. But when I do cook, sometimes I cook it, and especially chicken. Like, sometimes I'll have the chicken the next day, but fuck, man, this tastes bad. Like, this just tastes average.
My issue when I've tried to meal prep, I actually 9 times out of 10, I'm like, I love this so much that, like, instead of just like splitting it evenly or whatever, I'm like, I'm just gonna have a big dinner. So then, like, I don't actually like have like a good amount of leftovers to then share. And then I'm like, you fucking idiot! Like, you ate it all in that one meal. You're like, you should have spread it evenly across like a few days. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah. Well, it's just finding the right foods and finding the right time, but it's a bit of an excuse. I mean, you've got an hour, 2 hours to do 4 days worth of meal prep. I feel 4 days is a sweet spot. Anything over the food tastes pretty bad.
Agree.
So it's not too bad. I think the one I would always do is you'd have your shake in the morning, like your berries, your yogurt, your oats. Get that down, because I don't like eating in the morning.
Completely the same as you, man.
Yeah.
But so I feel so bad. Love that you say this too. On the Sunday that just passed, actually, I woke up at like 8 o'clock. The missus was like, oh, sweet, you're awake. Cooked me eggs Benny. And for anyone who doesn't know this, eggs Benny's like my favourite go-to breakfast. Like,
favourite.
Ever.
Yeah.
She made me breakfast in bed.
She made you an eggs Benny?
Yeah. Like, man, from scratch, everything like the sourdough and stuff like that.
Great.
Well, all right, she bought the sourdough. Oh. Like, sorry. She's good. She's great. Yeah. She's great, but she's not a baker.
How's the fucking effort?
Can cook though, like a ton of hollandaise sauce. It was grass, but
up at 3 a.m.
Yeah, legit get like ready, proven everything and all that. I felt bad though because so I woke up and you know me where it's like I wake up because I feel like. You know this better than anyone, and obviously she does as well. But specifically you, where it's the wake up, you're not actually quite awake. Yeah. Like it's sort of like that, like what, like sort of thing. And
is that when she caught you with the eggs, Benny?
So I fell back asleep, and then I woke up to her giving it to me, and because like again, I'm like waking up again. She sort of like tapped me. It's like, here you go. I'm like, she's like giving me the plate. I'm like, what the fuck? Like I probably came across really weird, and I didn't mean it. Because I was actually like, that is so sweet and like, that is amazing. Like, you've just cooked like the best breakfast ever. And it actually tasted fucking great. I'm not just saying that. Like, it was actually really, really good. But I think because my reaction of getting woken up a second time, I was like, what the fuck? And her handing me food, she was like, oh, okay then. Like, so.
Mate, she's been up since 3 making that sound.
Yeah, exactly. But for long story short, like it's so rare that I actually wake up and want a bowl of cereal. I'm genuinely like, no, I'm not eating until like 9:30, 10. Yep. At least.
I'm the same. The only thing I could do is maybe like bacon and eggs is definitely a breakfast food. Like I don't know how that came about where that's a breakfast food, but they're spot on. That's a breakfast food. I can sometimes maybe do that, but I can't be bothered cooking up because I only have crispy bacon. I don't like it. If it's not crispy, I don't want it. Like I don't want it at all.
That's fair.
I want to get back into hard-boiled eggs. No, soft-boiled eggs.
Oh.
But I don't know how to make them properly without fucking them up.
I had a period where I was having hard-boiled eggs on toast, and I really enjoyed that. I actually love doing scrambled eggs, but then my little bitch house is like, oh, then you have to wash out everything afterwards.
Exactly.
And I was like, I don't want to do that. I just want quick, convenient, ready to go. Yes, I know you can do scrambled eggs in the microwave, but to me, I'm like, nah. Like, there's something that just doesn't... I don't like that thought in my head of microwaving scrambled eggs. I know you can do it, but it just doesn't sit well with me.
Do you know what's good that I need to get into? My brother been doing. He just gets 3 bread rolls that are at Woolworths, that they're just in the pack, like nice looking bread rolls. Just tomato, cheese, lettuce, and 3 schnitzels.
Oh,
right. But the air fryer just makes them taste like
taste,
So anytime he just quickly goes out of his room, cuts open the bread, puts the chicken in the air fryer. 10 minutes later, perfectly fucking crispy.
Yeah, snooty roll.
Yeah,
that's a great idea.
Isn't that funny? Like so many times you'll forget some really good foods, and then when someone has it, it's been like, fuck, I haven't had a schnitzel roll in like a year.
That is premium.
Yeah.
Even just hearing a roll just made me think of potato cake roll. Granted, you probably shouldn't do that like on a healthy aspect, but geez, that'd slap.
Yeah.
Maybe some frozen potato cakes or something like that. Air fry, zap them.
I'm going to try to be healthier, but like for quick food, the amount of food that I thought tasted like crap that was, say, your spring rolls or your fish fingers. I haven't had them for so
jeez, man. That's a throwback.
My parents would just chuck them in the oven. The air
Soggy
fryer,
and shit.
Yeah, what, mate? How's this? Me and my girlfriend, we got the other night pizza and Parmas. So
Beautiful.
we got half and half pizza. One half was like meat lovers. The other half was like pumpkin and feta. Anyway, they both taste amazing. The Parma tasted great too, but it was just too much. And I was like, okay, save it. Anyway, this was the first time where I chucked all that food next day in the air fryer. It actually tasted better.
Wow.
In the air fryer next day. Like I was in shock. I had homemade pizza the other night. Then I put a slice in the fridge, put that in the air fryer. That tasted better the next day.
I'm so glad that you've
like,
said pizza in the air fryer because I've been told about this. I'm yet to do it. But after hearing you give it rave reviews, granted other people as well, but seeing what you've just said then and your reaction, I think I might have to try it.
And I've got a pretty good air fryer too. I've got one of the ones where you got capacity for two. So I can put beans in and salmon in and they both cook at the same time.
That's very good.
Which is very good. And I'm not even kidding. I might get another one just to make meal prepping like
I think air fryers are just grouse as well because my brother uses one all the time, more so for just potato chips. And all that.
Does he? He loves
French
the potato chips.
He does. And he'll love that I'm even talking about that. But, mate, I remember when he first, he's like, well, look how much oil's come out of them. And all that. Like, I've probably found that the most interesting. Just seeing how much oil's actually in certain foods.
Yeah.
That, like, it just takes out. And you're like, geez, if I cook that in an oven, like, that's kind of gross. Like, how, like, oily.
You know what? If you just get potatoes, you just cut them up.
Yeah, in, like, little wedgie pieces or even, like, thinner slices.
Real thin slices. And I just put, like, a tiny bit of oil, like, in my hands and, like, put it in the bowl and then rinse it around so it's just that bit of crispy part.
Yep.
Bit of mixed herbs. You just chuck them in, then come back 15 minutes later and, mate, the chips taste fucking awesome. And you don't feel like shit after Macca's.
Yes, that is so true.
Like, if you cook that up at home, that's what's fucking me up. Like, all this stuff is so much better. Yeah, there's just somehow it's just jump to the easier part of like a Macca's. See, I would say going to KFC and Macca's is the easier option, but I will refuse. I actually refuse.
I
got mad at your one the other day. I went up to get up a fill up box. The sign's there. He's like, we don't do them. And I was too tired to be like, then why have the sign?
Mate, I couldn't believe. 2 weeks ago, I went to Macca's. I had to wait 40 minutes. I already told this story. Last Friday, after the Black Friday sales, I'm like, with a mate and the missus. And my mate was like, I'm kind of hungry. Where do you want to go? And he's like, KFC. Loves KFC. He gets his quick out. I wanted tenders. And all that. And I was like, I just want tenders. I don't really feel like popcorn chicken or a burger. Usually whenever I have a zinger, I don't know why, but like it just makes me feel really shit. Or it could specifically be that KFC makes me feel really shit. Half an hour wait on tenders. How? I can't quite comprehend, and maybe I'm the dickhead here. How does KFC not have tender? You're a chicken shop that specifically sells chicken. What the fuck are you doing?
So that time we rocked up and on the drive-thru they had no tenders, no wings, no fillets, no nuggets. And we're like, what do you have?
Yeah, you're just KF. Yeah. Kentucky Fried, that's all you are.
Yeah, there's no chicken there.
Like, just as a scrap. I couldn't believe it. And you know what? I never ever had this problem when they had crispy strips.
Yeah.
Now they have tenders, though. Ooh.
I need to try this. There is, before we go, if anyone hasn't seen it, this is why I love TikTok, because like you can find stuff that's just, you would never hear about or see anywhere else. But there was someone who got just your normal like chicken fillets from a frozen bag in Woolworths, like Woolworths have got them.
Yep.
I would never think to look there. I wouldn't. And they've taken it home, they put it in the air fryer, and they put a brioche bun with lettuce and mayo, and they say it tastes equally to as good as a KFC burger.
Interesting.
And it's healthier too.
I might have to suss this for us to the pod for dinner too.
And then it was just people and in my feed it was just constantly people just trying it, like seeing it, like, oh, is this the rave about this boneless chicken that good? And every time someone's like, oh my fucking God, it's great.
Well, I'm so glad as well, just bringing up the subject of TikTok, because there's a TikTok account that is like, what's new at Woolies this week? And stuff. And that TikTok account, I shit you not, man, when that TikTok account had like I think it was like the cheesel crackers. I was like, I'm going to Woolies.
Yeah.
Because I got to try them. And by the way, they're shit. Yeah. They're so bad.
But I'm glad I tried
But
them.
at the same time, I was like, if they didn't tell me that, I would be none the wiser.
Let's go on to the next episode. Do you know what I want to talk about next episode? Food reviewers.
Yeah.
Jeez, I butchered the way I said that. But
That's
food reviewers.
So he's getting hungry.
Yeah.
He's getting hungry for dinner.
Guys, that was Morokaii with 2 eyes, and we'll see you in the next one.
Boom.
Boom.